Can't resist this opportunity to show the yellow cap, the free bus that goes into downtown. There it is. It stops here. We're about 2 blocks from Inland's house, and it does a round circuit through town, and it's absolutely free. Here's some more flowers of various nations and kinds, and plants and strip things here. Anyway, one of the things people tell me as we kind of whip our camera around again through Victoria Park is, one of the things that people say, you know, maybe it's you know, a bit of a overestimation of Perth, because after all, I've spent my last 12 days with people who are under the age of 30, and you know, they're a lot more active and out there than I am. But in fact, Perth is described by them and by other people I've talked to as actually being more of a retirement place, that you have a lot of older people here who like the climate, and it's not as lively a city from what the younger people say as of course, as Sydney or Melbourne, which are much larger cities and which have more cultural attractions, I suppose. But the people I've hung out with here and the people I've spent time with are, in fact, people who think it's a great, you know, a great place to live, and they like the fact that it isn't quite as crazy and cosmopolitan as maybe Sydney or Melbourne is. That you have everything, you know, the ocean, the river, wonderful food. I can attest to that. Very beautiful wine as well, and everything is, you know, it's easy enough if you live here to not need a car or anything for commuting, and commuting is basically free. And you need a car on the weekends, you know, to drive out, but it's not very far. You know, you're talking about to go down to the ocean is maybe half an hour, or 15-20 minutes from here. If you go further afield to places down south in the southwestern corner, like Margaret River or Bustleton or Albany, well, they take a little longer, maybe 4 or 5 hours to get to. But really, you have everything here pretty much within 30 minutes drive. Anyway, just a few more reflections on Perth as I stand here. Off to home. Bye.